Hello, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, Silverwolf, Ron, and we're here to stream some EVE Online. I apologize, I've actually made some changes to my stream, so I think I've got the chat window working now. Kind of hard to find space for it with the busy EVE screen, but I think I found it. We'll see. We'll try it out. If not, I can disable it again. And I also got a viewer count on the screen, so that way I don't have to keep switching back and forth to find out how many viewers I have. So, though it's kind of ironic, it doesn't really seem like it's refreshing the way I would expect it to, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, I'm going to switch over to the EVE screen. And here we are in our home system. I did see that WyoHusker's on there. Wyo, thanks for being here. Good to see ya. Says I have 3, so I don't know who the other 2 are, but if you guys want to say hello, I would appreciate it. If you don't, I understand too. Want to say thanks to my lurkers. You guys are awesome. So, not really sure what we're going to do tonight. I haven't quite thought it through. So, I did, over the weekend, I did some thing. Hey, Wyo, it's good to see ya. It's going well. Going well. So, but over the weekend I did actually do some consolidation. So I cleaned up a little bit of my excessive items all over the place. So now between Venolin and Ecow, I pretty much don't have anything. I was just checking Ecow to see. It's what when I was working on it yesterday evening. Somebody started a gate camp in Halima, and that kind of caused some problems. So, because I'm actually flying my Orca, which I'm not real keen on flying if there's going to be a gate camp. So, they show there were 4 kills in Venolin, which is where I'm at. But I'm assuming they were somebody who attacked and got killed. So they probably attacked somebody, Concord killed them. I actually got attacked in Venolin on Thursday night. Had some viewers join my stream and asked me for help showing them how to do some pirate sites. And turns out that the gankers were waiting for me at the pirate site. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing, but part of the game. So, but yeah. We survived, so I actually did buy a new mirror, get it outfitted, so that wasn't too bad. That was another thing I did over the weekend. Yeah, I didn't need you guys to really watch, but I do need to get a battleship if I'm going to do these level 4s. The level 4s will actually gross me some good money, which is kind of where we want to get. Try and make back some of my losses, but haven't gotten there yet, so... And I do want to, like I said, since right now the gate camp is not seeming to be going, I am going to see about picking up some stuff from Ecow. I've got a bunch of stuff that is there, and unfortunately my Orca is the only one that's big enough to carry it unless I want to make 200 trips, which is kind of boring. So yeah, so I think I'm going to take the Orca out here. Looks like we're still doing okay. So let's make this one active. Unfortunately, the Orca flies really slow, which is disappointing. I'm going to set destination for Ecow. And go ahead and undock. I probably should check to make sure everything's empty, but I think it is. Yeah. And yeah, the
warp drive active.
Orca flies really slow, so actually I didn't see your chat pop up on the screen, so sorry about that. Like I said, I did add one of the things that's kind of a problem is I port all my stuff to YouTube. And when I port it to YouTube, I'm responding to the chats, and the YouTube people can't see what I'm responding to because the chat doesn't show up. I thought if you watched it in Twitch, it actually did show up in Twitch, but turns out it doesn't show up there either. So once the stream is done, you can't see the chats ever again, which is kind of frustrating. So, sorry, I need a drink. Hydrate. So yeah, so with that said, kind of added the chats so that they'll pop up. So we'll see if we get some chats going. They only stay on the screen for, I think, 60 seconds, but at least it allows for YouTubers to see what I'm responding to. So I guess if the chats start flying, I only have them up here in this small area here, so probably isn't gonna be a whole lot, but might be a little bit testing. There it goes, testing. Unfortunately, it's got your name dark. So yeah, I don't know how I fixed that. I did make the letters yellow for the words, so, but now you're going to be stuck with that color for your name the whole time, so that'll be kind of interesting. Maybe there's a way for me to say don't ever use certain colors, like the darker colors, and I'll continue to play with it. But yeah, I think it stays up there for about 60 seconds and then it'll disappear. And hopefully that'll solve some of that.
Warp drive active.
Has it? See, it's weird because every stream, mine has a different color. And so I don't know why that is, but yeah, so, and that's the same color as like the background, so that kind of makes it hard, but that's all right. I'll know who it is, so. But at least we're seeing the words, so that's kind of good. So they know exactly what I'm responding to now, so that should help. It gets a little busy when there's other windows up there, but that's an area I don't use a whole lot. If I think the character screen open or something like that, I think it covers that area, but of course it won't open now. There you go. Yeah, so that one's not it. Maybe the skill screen. There was one that actually opened that. Yeah, the skill screen takes up everything, so that one kind of does it. But yeah, so. But thanks for helping me test that. Appreciate it. I really don't know what this error is. I've been getting it all the time. I mentioned it in my petition to CCP. They pretty much just ignored it. I don't know if it's because my account is so old that it doesn't have something that it should have and they got to fix it. That's kind of why I mentioned it in there. But they claim, that was one thing I tried to do over this weekend as well. They claim they fixed my Hulk that's in Kino. And I haven't been able to confirm or deny that because I haven't been back to Kino. So, skill points. 2,700, I could use those. But yeah, that's one that here one of these days we'll have to check out. Supposedly.
Warp drive active.
I could check it from here. Let me check and make sure there's still not a gate camp in Halima. Because Halima was what turned out to be the gate camp the other day. So. But yes, it seems we're okay there. So. Yeah, and so this number here, well, yeah, you can see it here. This number here, that's it right here. It's supposed to be the viewer count, but it doesn't seem to be keeping up. So right now it says 1, which I think it's 2. According to the stream, when I go back to the stream window, it shows 2. So, which is Wyo and myself, so that kind of makes sense. But I don't know. I was kind of playing with it. It's some kind of widget that supposedly keeps track of viewer count, which I thought would make it easier so I don't have to switch to the other screen, which kind of causes problems, but it doesn't seem to be really working correctly. So, and it's just this number hanging out here, so it's kind of like, what is that? But yeah, what else is new? So. Yeah, so the stream still shows 2, but the counter only shows 1. Now maybe it's only showing 1 besides me. I don't know how the counter works.
Active.
So unfortunately, when I was testing it, it always showed 0, which it wasn't showing me. So it may be showing viewers besides me, which would make sense. The stream actually shows me as a viewer, which is not completely correct, but it's kind of how Twitch works. So this orca moves so slow. It's really a pain to fly, especially since it's worth almost 2 billion ISK. So I really don't want to lose it. But it is one of the easy ways to kind of move things. I was looking into some of the other freighters, and honestly, they cost almost as much as the orca. So it's kind of like, you know. But I have some control towers that I'd like to sell. In fact, anybody watching, I thought maybe that would be something we would, maybe, I don't get a whole lot of viewers, but maybe raffle off the control towers. I know control towers are something people are in kind of demand. One, I think it shows worth 800,000 for the one control tower I have, which is kind of interesting. It shows it should be only worth about 400,000, but I think it's selling in JITA for 790 million, 790 million. But the problem is I don't have anything other than the orca large enough to transport it. I don't want to take my orca to JITA. With as slow as it is and the lag you get in JITA, that's kind of would be a real drag. But these items that I have in ECOW are also in the same boat. I have a whole bunch of warp scrambling batteries and warp disruptors, warp thing. I got a whole bunch of them. I moved about half of them, so the rest of them are here in Venolin. Unfortunately, Venolin's where I got everything, so... And it sorts by name, so they're warp. Okay, so it should be all the way at the bottom. As long as I don't jump while I'm scrolling through this list, because that makes me have to start over again, which is kind of funny. I should probably... I can't create special hangers in mine, so that doesn't work. But yeah, so here's a warp. That's a warp core stabilizer. There's a warp disruptor battery. So they must not be called warp. They're called something else. Of course they are. I wonder if I can do type. No, that's... Yeah. We could try group. Let's try group. And go down to Venom. There we go. See if we can find him. Of course, we're probably going to jump now, so... Because they would all probably fall into the same group. Of course, obviously not. The ships are not all in the same group, so... Ammo's all in the same group. Now we're going to jump, which is going to cause me to have to start over, which is fun. Looks like I'm down to the rockets, so let's go ahead and dock, which is going to be slow.
Active.
Get back down to the rockets before I dock, hopefully. There's rockets, salvage material, okay. Sensor dampening battery, so there's 5 of those. They show they're worth 32 million. But when I actually looked, it showed they were selling for a lot more. There's a stasis battle one, so that one shows it's worth 84 million. Because there's so many. So yeah, so these are things I'm probably going to look at selling. If anybody on the stream wants to buy these kind of things, I'll sell them to you for a discount since you're watching the stream. So least I can do. Trying to get my item list cleaned up here so that
Docking permission requested.
It's not so many systems. Is that from Liv? Yes, it is. But I know you can also deploy them in high sec as well. You just have to have those. And I'm not at that station now, but when I'm at the Caldari Navy, it shows me the Caldari station reports or something. If you have those contracts, it will allow you to deploy it for so many hours. So you can deploy them in high sec
Request accepted.
with those contracts. When we get back to the Caldari Navy one, I'll show you what I mean. Or at least that's the way it used to work. I have no interest in deploying these, but there's something I figured I'd sell just to kind of get rid of. Item hangers. So these ones I think put them in the maintenance bay. Nope, didn't let me maintenance bay. It went in the fleet hangar. So the fleet hangar took, looks like 8 of them, and then I can put the other ones in here. And I can only get 2 million in there, so, but yes, it was from when my corp used to hang out in the wormhole. So we had a wormhole system that we worked out of, and those are what's left over from that. Same with the control tower. I think I have 3 control towers that are part of the thing. Yeah. So I have 3, I think, control towers that are part of the impounded stuff that's in Trig space, and so that's why I was planning on pulling those, because they're worth almost $1 billion ISK, the 3 of them. Problem is they're huge. So I'm not really sure exactly how I'm going to transport them once I get them back. Once I get them back, then I can kind of cross that bridge. I could pay to have somebody haul them out, or just sell them to somebody and have them go get them. But I should be able to do the rest of this pyrite that I have here with my stealth transport. It does, I think it carries a little over 9,000, like 9,500. 9,500K storage. Unfortunately, each of those were, look here. Each of those are 4,000 by themselves, so I would only be able to carry 2 with it. And I'm carrying right now, there's 10 there and another 4 here. So yeah, so that would have taken me 7 trips. So the Orca is a little bit better. Like I said, it's slower, and it is a risk, because it's a lot. If I lose 140 million, that's one thing. I lose a 1.9 billion ship, that's a little bit different. So
Warp drive active.
and this thing takes forever to align to the warp gate and everything, so it kind of leaves it kind of vulnerable. So which is why I'm constantly checking the gate camp, make sure nobody's waiting to jump me. So especially since I'm showing on my stream that I'm carrying valuable materials, so that's always kind of asking for it. So but so Wyo, what's been going on with you? What's new? How's stream life, or how's Eve life, I should say? Yeah, we'll get these moved over, and then that'll solve that one. I wanted to buy the Navy Raven, but the Navy Raven is like 500 million, which kind of makes sense. Regular Raven, I think, is only 300 million, so that was one I was thinking maybe I would just go with it. Raven's a missile ship, though. Not much. I haven't played in the last few days. Had some RL stuff to do. Yep, I know the feeling. That's why I take off Friday and Saturdays. So Friday's my date night with the wife. So that gives me a chance to try and make up for her for all the stuff I've been doing. And then Saturdays, just I kind of, like I said, I usually try to do a stream of some other game, whatever I'm not doing on a regular weekly basis. But this week I didn't. I actually messed with my stream, and that's when I set up all my counts and stuff and the chat. And I had the chat on last week, but it wasn't. HogginHowe was on, and he said he was having some issues with the stream, and so wasn't sure if it was related. It turned out it wasn't. He was just having issues, something local to him. But yeah, it was one of those where it also wasn't showing up quite right. It wasn't the yellow leathering, so it was really hard to read when you could read it, and I didn't have it in really the right spot. So I did a test stream on Saturday for, I don't know, a couple hours while I tested it and got it to where I wanted. Got it kind of the color I wanted and, everything else. And so it went that way. The yellow seemed to show up the best. So it's a little bright, but kind of pops. And then the counter one was one I added, hoping that would kind of help out with me having to switch back and forth. But so far the counter's really not seeming to be accurate. So yeah, so right now the stream says there's only one viewer, but I know there's two because Wyo's here and myself. So yeah, but that's one of the problems I've always had with the stream. It doesn't always report it correctly. The counter shows 2, which I don't believe the counter counts me. So yeah. Yeah, and I think if you're watching it on Twitch, it'll show 2 because it counts me. So, but I'm pretty sure the counter doesn't count me because when I was testing it, the test stream had me on, but it only showed 0 the whole time. So I don't know. But it also seems to be severely delayed. But that's fine. It's better than what I had, so I could never tell how many, so when people popped in, I really didn't catch them popping in, and so they usually left before I even noticed they were there, since I have to switch to another window. And so yeah, so I'm trying to be more cognizant of the viewers when they do pop in, so at least that way we have that. So, but I appreciate you being here, Wyo. My stream's a little bit more boring than some of the other ones doing all the PvP and that kind of stuff. Though you do get some PvP in mine, because every once in a while somebody shows up and lures me into a gank. But, that's all part of it as well. So, always fun. I still have 5 shuttles here that I need to pick up, but... this is where I had the 22 shuttles, which I still don't understand why I had 22 shuttles. But
warp drive active.
Yeah, I'm not a PvP guy either. That was one of the things. So when they jumped me Thursday night, they had lured me to one of the guys in the stream was like, hey, can you show me how you did that again so I can, because all those flashing lights kind of make me nervous and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sure, no problem, and when I undocked, I noticed in the local that there was someone who had blown me up like a week before, and I thought, but I had already warped to the site. And so it was in the process of warping, and I noticed them in local, and I was like, that's kind of suspicious. And so, yeah, once I got to the site, they were there waiting for me, and I was actually in a battleship, or a battle cruiser, so I probably could have defended myself a little better. I just tried to get away. But they blew me up. It probably took them a little longer, maybe a minute and a half while I was trying to get away. They had me warp jammed, warp disrupted, so I couldn't really get away. I was using my micro warp drive to kind of push myself, get out of their range. But no sooner did they blow me up, they blew up my ship. Concorde pounced on them in like 3 seconds and killed all 5 of them. And they didn't get to pod me, which was good, because I was telling Thursday night, I actually found I had a jump clone that had some very good implants. And so I actually jumped to it, got it out of storage, quote unquote storage, and started using it. So I really, if I'm going to do anything risky, I'll jump to an empty clone so I don't, I don't lose it. And then of course, I got jumped in high sec, which, is always a possibility. Never a good thing to happen, but it does happen. So,
Warp drive active.
but yeah, it was kind of funny. The kind of learning experience. But turns out the one that was asking me for help was actually one of the ones that was in the gank team. So that was kind of disappointing. So trying to be a nice guy and end up, getting punished for it. So, but it happens. That's part of the game. I knew that was going to be a possibility when I started streaming. That might be a case. Somebody might jump on, find out which system I'm in, and hunt me down. Usually shouldn't be a big problem in high sec, but if you're doing wormhole stuff, that would make a little more sense. I noticed a lot of the Eve streamers have their camera up here to cover up the system, which is fine. But the overview here shows the system name over and over and over again, so I don't know. That's not going to prevent them from seeing where you are. But so yeah, that was kind of interesting. But so yeah, I haven't really found a good thing against that, but that's kind of one of the risks of streaming. But we're going to dock here and drop these off, and then I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and find an affordable battleship to do these
Docking
level
permission
4s.
requested. Docking request accepted.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to try that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, because that's one of the things I thought about is, if I was actually in low sec, that would be a little more difficult, but I don't do that often. So, but that actually saved us about 14 trips with my prorator here. So I'm going to go ahead and make that active, and then we'll go back and get that last little bit while we look into what battleship we're going to buy, because I can do that research while I'm flying. So, but yeah, you don't happen to remember the name of the program by any chance, do you? I can look it up. That's one of the nice things is set destination. I did consolidate my research agents, so I have my research agents, all but one are level 4, which I had kind of, I didn't hit jump. This prorator jumps way faster than the Orca, so it's kind of nice. Plus I have a covert ops cloak on it, so if I was to get jumped, I should be able to break the lock with the warp disruptors and everything and get away. I can actually warp while cloaked with the covert ops, so this one's a little bit more protective. So not that I think I've ever actually successfully beat a gate camp, but I think this one would have a better chance of it than some of the others. So unfortunately, this one's a little more expensive than some of the others. If I lose the Imicus, that's not a big deal. It's less than $1 million. If I lose this one, it's like 140 million. So, but Imicus can't carry very much either. So that was one of the things I was kind of looking for. Was I was looking to see if there was something in between the. So which race am I on here? I don't know why this takes forever to show up. So I want to look at, I think the prorator is MR. Yes. So here's the sigil, which is what I used to build, and the bestower. And then here's the second one, which is the prorator. But that looks like it until you get to the freighter. And the freighter is 2 billion, 2.5 billion. So it's like, okay, well, it's a huge difference between the prorator, 142 million, and the freighter at 2.5 billion. That's there really needs to be something here in the middle. So, but I was using one of my leopards the other day till I seen what they go for now. Yeah, but did get it in and out of Jita without getting ganked. Yeah, that's the other thing that I've been really shocked by is there's a lot of ganking going on in Jita, which that used to never be the case.
Active.
And so, like I said, I'm actually more afraid of flying to Jita now than I really am anywhere else. So this one's kind of nice because this system has nobody in it but me, which really doesn't make any sense. There's asteroid belts here. Now it's a 0.6, so they're probably not, you know, I guess that's one thing we could do. Let's see. Stop. Oh, it already jumped. So on the way back, we'll check it out. Because on the way back, I'll have stuff in here. But yeah, I've been really shocked at how often you get ganked in Jita nowadays, which is just seems to be ridiculous.
Active.
But when I'm looking at Jita, there's almost always kills in Jita now, which is, you know, it's a cascade effect. So somebody kills somebody, which then causes Concord to kill, and then blah, 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 blah. I have an alpha indoxylate. It seems way calmer. Yeah, and I've heard that. Doe Dixie. I've heard somebody else suggested Doe Dixie. And so, yeah, I have another streamer that I watch. Unfortunately, he doesn't stream very often. I think the last time he streamed was like 13 days ago. But
Warp drive.
he
Active.
works out of the null NPC space. And he says it's way calmer. He says you make friends with the people that live in there, and it's no big deal. They know you're just running missions, so they don't care. And so, hey, what's up, HogginHowe? Nick. That's all right. I like my lurkers, so... And that might explain the number, so... That says 3... Which, maybe it is counting me again. I don't know. We'll figure it out here one of these days, but... I was just telling them I got the chat on there now. So you see 4, okay? So that makes sense, because the counter shows 3, and I don't think the counter shows me. The Twitch, when you look at Twitch, it shows me as one of those. So everybody always has at least one, and so themselves, and I think that's what, if I switch over to that screen, that's what my stream shows is 4, right? So yeah. So whoever the 4th one is, appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching. I'm fine with lurkers, so. But yeah, but this counter's only showing 3, so I don't think it's counting me. It's only counting viewers besides me, which is kind of strange. I don't know why it's not doing the same as Twitch, but, you know, whatever. It's one of those where it's all good. So, but that's how it works. So, that's all part of testing it and figuring it out, so. Guess I should have set my destination. So let's go back to Vanillin. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll check out this. So as we were going through, what is it? You're talking? I think that one was empty. So when you start getting 100s, 1 won't matter. Exactly. And so right now 1 matters. So, but yeah. Actually, yeah, you weren't here, WyoHusker, last week, so I had someone raid me. What night was that, Nick? I don't think you were here either, now that I think about it. Maybe it was Tuesday or Wednesday? Might have been Tuesday. They raided me with 194 people, which was just fantastic.
Active.
And I think like 120 of them actually stayed in the stream and started chatting, and I couldn't keep up with the chat. It was going so fast. I had to actually stop the missions I was running because I couldn't just to focus on the chat. So it is kind of nice to build up gradually so you can kind of get used to people and see your regular viewers and stuff. But yeah, they were a really good group. I actually went to the guy's stream and thanked him personally for that. So he's another streamer, Real Trouble. And so I think he saw me and saw that I didn't have a whole lot of people and thought he'd help me out. So that was kind of cool. But yeah.
Active.
Actually shot my viewer totals up through the roof too, which was kind of nice. Unfortunately, it averages it across the month. I'm trying to get my affiliate, I think is the next one, affiliate status, and so I'm real close to being able to get that, and so yeah, that will probably help. Unfortunately, it averages out over a month, so you really got to have more than one stream with a whole bunch of people. The average gets killed for all the others, so I've had several streams where nobody but me's watching, and so that kind of kills the numbers too. So this is who talking. Actually, there's several people in here now, so I'm not going to bother to fly around. So,
Warp drive active.
So yeah, some people showed up after I went through the last time. So at least I think it was who talking. Maybe it wasn't who talking. But I was going to check out the asteroid belts and stuff and just see what kind of, yeah, it was who talking. It was 06. See what kind of minerals they had in there. So to see if it was worth even doing any mining in these ones or whatever. I don't think so. Somebody said you can find kernite and sometimes amber in 0.6 systems, which I haven't found since I've been back.
Active.
It seems, from 1 to 0.6 pretty much just has Veldspar. And I'm like, okay, that's a waste. But it may just be that the times I looked, it had already been mined out. One thing I did notice is there's a lot of NPC miners that are for NPC corps. I guess they have these bots that go out and mine minerals and everything, I guess, so they can produce their stuff that gets fed into the market, and they're kind of taking up a lot of the, I guess, good minerals. Is what one of the people were, one of the conspiracy theories said, but I don't know how true that is. So, but want to thank the 4 viewers I have, Nick and Wyo and whoever the other 2 are. Appreciate it. So yeah, it looks like my number is working a little better. So, hey, Guerrillaism, thank you so much for follow. I appreciate it. Glad to have you on board. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the follow. So,
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
but yeah, I want to start. So I was going to show you, Wyo. This is what I was talking about here. So let me drop this pyro off. So if you go here into the loyalty store for Caldari Navy, there are, let's see if I can find them. I don't know what section they would fall under. They're usually pretty cheap, but they're probably more expensive than the ammo. Okie dokie. If I knew what the filter was, I could go ahead and go right to it. But yeah, there's here they are. Caldari Starbase Charters. So according to this, if you look at the information, it says that gives you as electronic charter code, which permits the bearer to have a starbase around the moon in state sovereign space for 1 hour. So I could get 100 of those for 500 LP, which would allow me 100 hours. So I could deploy a starbase, and I could deploy a starbase in high sec, and then that'll allow me to run it for 100 hours. And I just have to buy enough of those to probably cover a month or something, and then that would cover us. But that's kind of one of the things you can use your loyalty points for. So, and that's what in the old days, that was one of the reasons people would grind the Navy, was to get the battleship. So here's a Drake Navy issue, which would get 250,000, which I've only got 64,000 at the moment. But you need a Nexus chip, but I think you get that from some missions, but I'm not sure which ones. And then I was looking if I actually go here and filter these down and say I only want ships. There's also a Raven, but that's 600,000, which is 10 times what I have now. So that would take a while. But I'm pretty sure I had a Navy issue Raven way back when. Now, you have to bring a regular Raven, which costs you, about 300,000. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep saying 1,000. 300 million. But the Navy Raven issue, it actually sells for, looks like 500 million. So yeah, you'd almost double your double your profit by spending the LP, but you got to grind to get those. So, and that would take forever for me to get 600,000. But yeah, so Osprey, I'm pretty sure is a cruiser, right? It's a cruiser. The Drake is a battle cruiser. And it's a combat battle cruiser, but I'm wondering if I could do level 4s in it, pick up a Drake. But then once again, it's a missile boat. I'm not a huge missile guy. I have a bunch of missiles, but that's one of the things that I haven't quite decided. But I don't know what they're doing. Like I said, the Pro Raider is one of my favorite ships because it's got good cargo hold, and I've got it boosted, and it also allows for the covert ops cloak, which is supposedly possible to get me out of some trouble if I get into it. Not that I've ever, like I said, successfully beat a gig camp, but yes, in that case, it's one of those that supposedly will work. So this is one of my favorite ships. But I found, like, with those towers and those kind of things, they're too big to carry on that. But that's where it's kind of weird, because there's really nothing in between. There's nothing in between the Pro Raider and the Bestower with what's the tier 2 Bestower's Impel. And actually, it's a little bigger. Let's see what it says. Show info. What's its capacity? Is only 3,100. So now with me blessing it, with me enhancing it with my skills and everything else, I could probably get it up. But you're still probably only talking about 10 or 10,000. So the Caldari control tower is, I think, 25,000 MU by itself. So you got to have something that can carry it. And like I said, if I carry it to Jita, I can sell it for 790 things. Is it Galente? Okay. So maybe that's the ones that I got to check. So I don't like that this is huge. Wish there was a way for me to make it a little smaller. I also don't like that this doesn't show up there. It takes forever for it to show up. So let's check these out so that I can switch. So yeah, it's actually got the same 3,900. So and 3,600. So like I said, with this Pro Raider, I've got it up to almost 10,000, just short of 10,000. But somebody said, I thought they said that there was another ship of carriers. Yeah, there's 4.9 billion. So the Knicks you can't buy. So that's interesting. I've seen a lot of people selling them in Jita. So probably not. It's probably scams. But yeah, you know how that works. So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting because there should be, it looks like there should be something in between the two. So, because it goes from 140 million to 5 billion, and it's like, okay, there really should be something in between there, but I guess with my orca I could transport the Caldari control towers if I wanted. So that just seems super risky. So, but might be something to think about. I did, I know what I forgot to mention. So I did a research project, invention project, 10 run Helios, 10 run Imicus blueprint to discover Helios. I did not pay for the decryptors. decryptors are
Warp drive
4 million,
active.
4 or 5 million each. So that would have ran me 40 million for those. So I did not pay for the decryptors. I already have the data cores because I've managed to collect especially a lot of data cores for that type of ship. And that's what I'm working on my research agents to collect for everything else. And I did 10 runs, and I had a 49.2% chance. And when the 10 runs completed after 6 days, I had got 5 blueprints out of the 10. So right around the actual average that it showed. So it was kind of nice to see that's still working. And I think that's one of the things they had always said is if you run one, you get a 50% chance on that. So 50-50, And then that's what I was doing. Run one, run one run, just so I could see what was happening. And I failed almost all of them. I think I did that with 5, and I only got 2 that were good. And I actually paid for the decryptors, which actually took me to like 70 or 80%. I think it was 77, 79% success rate. So that was kind of interesting. I'm in ecal. I was like, okay, why is there nothing there? Because I'm in ecal picking up. So, but yeah, that was the weird part is when I did 5, I only got 1 out of the 5 that was successful. Now, because I was using a decryptor, it gave me a 3-run blueprint instead of a 1-run, which was nice. So technically, it was like I had got 3, but I did 1 at a time. So I did 1, waited for it, did 1, waited for it. They say when you do it that way, you have the percentages don't really flow. So, but if you do a 10 run, it kind of applies the percentage over the 10 runs. And that's what seemed to work. So when I did the 10 run, I got half of them that were successful for 1 run each. So I got 5. When I did the 1 run for 5, 1 at a time, I only had 1 that was successful for 3. So, but I also paid, 5. So I paid 20 million for the decryptors. So yeah, so it does seem like if you're going to do them as longer runs and you can afford that, which I've got the research project management, so I can do a bunch of research projects, so invention projects, no problem there. But if you have those, it really seems to pay off. So I think I'm going to do that with my other stuff. I've got a bunch of T1 blueprints that I want to make into T2 items. So there's a Thrasher. So that's just a destroyer. Just a destroyer. Ironically, all the gankers fly destroyers, so just a destroyer is kind of an oxymoron. But
warp drive active.
Hit run Mach 5 can get up to 20k on my alpha. Really? Okay, I'll try that. I will definitely try that one. I used to have one of those. Ship tree, Iteron. Show info. Yeah, so that's actually 5,800, which is bigger than these tier 2s. So, and if I put some other holes, those hole expanders on it, yeah, I could definitely probably get that up. So you say you get up to 20k. Yeah, unfortunately, the control tower, now that's on your alpha, so maybe with my skills, maybe I'll buy one just to see what I can get it up to. Because if I can get up to 25k, that's what a control tower takes. And I don't have a problem hauling them 1 at a time if that's what it takes. The Iteron, as we just showed on there, the Iteron was much more affordable, so only 3 million. So 3 million. So but yeah, only 3 million. Where when you go to the freighter, actually, yeah, so they don't have the freighter. Yeah, they do have a freighter. Yeah, 2.7 billion. So yeah, big jump. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, let me try that. So that's a good point. I always forget that you can do that. Yeah,
Warp
so
drive
what I want to
active.
do is, let's go here. Let's go here. And they're called All in Armor. Hull upgrade, expanded cargo holds. There you go. Expanded cargo hold 2. That's what they are. I have a bunch of them. So if I throw those on there with my skills, that gives me 24.4. So maybe if I threw a couple rigs on there, I might be able to get it up to 25. So I'm in Venezuela. Okay. So yeah, so
Warp drive
let me
active.
see. That's not under modules. That's going to be under rigs. Ooh. Would they be armor rigs?
Docking permission requested.
No. Not sure if there is a rig for astronautic.
Docking request accepted.
Low friction, engine thermal, cargo hold optimization. So there you go. All right. Cargo hold optimization. Is there a level 1 of that? So I throw that on there. That'll put me up to 29. So, and that only goes for 8 million. So that's not that bad. So yeah, so we could definitely do that. Now, with that said, I don't have these rigs on my prorater, so I'm kind of curious. I may see about buying this one. If I throw that one on there, it makes it 28, so that's even cheaper. But I might see about buying a blueprint for these guys. Show info, industry, view market. Of course, there's no 750,000, so which is not expensive. The Tomo, that's I don't know where. I don't know if that's in one of the strange areas, but yes, it looks like also like oh yeah, and it would actually make me feel a lot better flying around. Now the Orca has multiple yes, has multiple areas. Has multiple why can't I think of the name of it? Cargo spaces. But yes, definitely a lot cheaper. Definitely a lot cheaper. So yeah, so that's a fantastic idea. Thank you for that. So I was gonna pick up those shuttles on the way through, but I missed that. Oh well. So, but yeah, let me see if we say set destination. Hatamo takes me through. This is. Well, at least get this. So, yeah, that's definitely a lot cheaper. So, Udema. So, I knew there was a trick to Hatamo. Hatamo's on the actual opposite side of Udema. What do you want to bet? There's a gate camp in Udema. So. HAAT, right? Nope. Actually, right now, Udema seems like it's clean. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Click. Why are you not buying? I want to buy 3 of them. All right. Crazy that they're in 2, but yeah. So yeah, let's go pick that up. We'll take this guy just in case. So actually, it's not going to show it to me yet. So I've already got it on there. So we'll go get that. I can do some research on it. Try and get it down and maybe build a couple and even throw them on my prorator. And just to see how much I can boost it to. So
Warp drive active.
now we'll see. Because somebody might have heard, hey, he's undocking. He's headed to Udema. Start a mass exodus. It usually takes him a while to get set up. I don't know why. It's suicide gankers. It should be, you know, you fly there, you blow somebody up, you die. I don't know what the big time sink is, but maybe it takes, you know, a while for the 5 of them to get there at the same time. I don't know. So we'll have to check that out. Venolin's actually eerily silent tonight. So it did have a few kills earlier, which was kind of interesting. But
Warp drive active.
But yeah, so we'll go pick this up and get it back here and we can research it some. And actually, while we're at it, let me see what the Iteron cost. I probably have to go to Cheetah for that one. Iteron, I don't want a blueprint. I don't know, maybe a blueprint. 11 million for the blueprint. So yeah, I don't want a blueprint. I actually want a ship. So, Cameo, we're going through 4.2 million. Phew, that's not bad. Of course, that's a little higher. Ozio. Ozio was in the other day. That's only 4 jumps away. So maybe we'll come back and we'll go ahead and we'll pick one of them up. Because I think, oh, there's one invent. No, that's 4.5 million. Yeah, that's what definitely want to try and get the cheaper one. But yeah, we'll definitely pick one of those up because that sounds like that's one we could definitely boost to be able to control tower. So yeah, that way, if that's way safer than the Orca. It probably turns like the Orca, so that might be the other thing. But actually, I'm going to send Darth a message here. So yeah, he's one of the ones I usually watch stream, and so kind of good to watch. So let me minimize this, and we'll go ahead and get to this guy.
Active.
Let me check my gate camp just to make sure I don't jump into something I don't want. Like I said, with this ship, I feel a little safer. That would kind of be a nice one if I could actually. I don't want to get in a gate camp, but if I get in a gate camp and then can kind of show how I can get out of it, be successful, that would be pretty awesome to get on stream. I never expected anything like that to happen on stream, so usually that only happens when I'm, you know, playing alone. So, but actually, had we thought about it while we were in ECAL, we would have been able to pick it up. So 3.57 mil in doxing. Okay, yeah, so the shows here 3.2 million here in Citadel. So yeah, so and that Ozio's not bad. Ozio's not going through any systems. That was one I cleaned up over the weekend. I had a bunch of junk in there. Like I said, I did consolidate all my research agents, which was kind of nice. Got them all to level 4, except for one. I don't have a nanite engineer that I can do at level 4.
Drive active.
We're going to try and cut through Udema here and see. Keep it quiet. So far, so good. Though I've always wondered if I check the gate camp, there's no gate camps, there's no deaths there, it's great. And then I go there and I'm the first one that starts the ball rolling. So like I said, I feel a little safer in this one. Unless they're using smart bombs. Smart bombs are kind of will defeat my my cloak. But
drive active.
This one's got a micro warp drive and a cloak. So fortunately, the micro warp drive has the exact opposite effect as the cloak. It increases my signature radius. This one actually lowers it so that they can't get a target lock, which prevents the warp scrambling and that kind of stuff, which is kind of nice. Baristas. $2.9 mil in Amar. Yeah. And Amar's a little bit further. But yeah.
Active.
I'll get this blueprint back and get it researched. Save me on some salvage goods. Always seems that the salvage goods I need to make the rigs are not the ones that I have. Kind of frustrating. But that's another reason to do some level 4 missions, is because then I'll get better salvage from them. So that'll be nice. But thanks for checking that for me, Wyo.
Mission requested.
There's actually a site called, I got it set up over here, Eve Tycoon, which is one. And actually that's one of the other enhancements I want to make to my stream, which I haven't done. I need to do is make it so that you guys can see the other websites that I'm going to, you know. And unfortunately, that means I got to take it off of the game focus, and so not a big deal, but that's one of those that I've been looking at. Oop, I don't want search. Oop. Set destination. Fly through Eve Workbench is what I use. So, and that's the one I was looking for. So I'll have to search for that one. Or jot that down. Because I think that's what I used to use before. So Eve Tycoon. I don't really like, but it does let me search all of Eve. So that way I can find out, okay, where's the cheapest? Usually it ends up being Jita. And so... But, well, why are you taking me through here? That's not right. That's not the way we came. Let's check our settings, because I don't think that's right. Prefer safer. There you go. Ecals, where we came through before. Alright, what the heck?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so in Eve Tycoon, when I linked it to my account, it never shows me the number of jumps. So it's kind of like, okay, well, that was a waste. Why did I link it? But I remember Eve Workbench worked a lot better that way. So yeah, and I did a search, you know, when I got back and threw that out there, and that's where I ended up with it. But yeah, I'll have to check out Eve Workbench. Thank you for that. I couldn't remember the name of it. I just did a Google search, and the Tycoon one was what came up. I didn't see Eve Workbench in the list, so. But now that I know the name, I'll be able to.
Warp drive active.
And yeah, 4.2 in Cameo, which is a million more than the other place. But that's not. I can't fly it back with this anyway, so. So I'll go ahead and bring this back, and then I'll grab one of my... Actually, I'll probably just use my Corvette and go pick it up. But yeah, if I'm going to do that, I may as well go to OCO. It's only a little bit further.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, if we actually... I didn't do it here. And actually, I needed to check my industry anyway. I needed to check on my planetary industry because it's been a while, so... So I did. I started another job. So deliver. So I guess I was researching all these. So I started another invention job. So this is another 10-run job with no decryptors. So I should get another 5 out of it. I haven't started building the Helioses yet. I do have all the blueprints to build everything for the Helioses. I just haven't, But yeah, so I'm generating my points here. So this nanite engineering is the only one that's level 3. And I did find a site. Let's minimize you. I did find a site that
drive active.
Will let you search on agents based on their research skill. And that one shows that there's some level 4s, nanite, which is great. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like any of them are close. Can't remember. I looked, and I've got the site here somewhere. But I have to go there to figure out which corp they are and then be able to raise my rating because they're not available to me at the moment. So I'd have to raise my rating with their corp to get the level 4 one, which would be good. Definitely an advantage. I'm going to stop here and pick up these shuttles while we're on our way through, just so I can kind of consolidate everything. Trying to get my list down to where it's only a handful of items, so I have stuff in these ones. So I leave the data cores wherever I'm currently doing research. So Izawa, Kamor is where I'm doing research now. Karama used to be a research. I need to pick up a bunch of stuff from there. I think Ochiwa. Nope. Noni is one of the places I'm doing research. Maybe it's Osa. But yeah, there's another. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Let's dock here and pick up these.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, if we look at this one, based on my skills and everything else, it's 95, almost 9,600. And if I I don't have any rigs on it now. So if I threw some of those rigs on there, that would probably increase it even more. So that's what we'll try to do is we'll research this one up, and then we'll try to use invention to get the T2 version.
Docking request accepted.
So that we can build some T2 ones, and then we'll build some, put them on our ships, and build some and sell. So that way we can actually try to recoup some of our money. So, and I want to throw a ship hanger. That's where they are. Throw those in there, so that'll clear HogginHowe. HogginHowe I used to research here. This is actually my home station. This is where my clone is. And I probably should have checked that. So, but
drive active.
I want to make sure before I do anything in trig space, before I do anything in wormhole space, I jump to a blank clone, a blank jump clone, which I think I'll create there in HogginHowe. So that way I can save this one. He hasn't seen my message, so. But yeah, so sorry, yeah, it's kind of boring tonight. I was gonna try and do those level 4s, but that was the other thing I was checking here. I was trying to figure out which battleship I want to buy. So right here, I think we're looking at Galente. So the is that a bestower? I didn't know the bestower was a battleship. I thought that was a hauler. There's a Dami. So yeah, that's not the bestower. This is a Dami. Bestower is this guy down here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's actually showing me the wrong thing. There it is. So the Dami's one that I actually have used. And it's 353 million. And then there's also a Dami Navy one. Got a good drone capacity. Big drone shield extender, which I kind of appeared. I kind of like shield extenders, armor plates, so it could do either a shield or an armor tank, which is kind of nice. So yeah, this is kind of the one. I don't think it's the cheapest. Like it showed here, it showed that it was 353. Megathron 365. Which is a hybrid turret, which is what I kind of prefer is the turrets. Another shield could do both. And the Hyperion. So yeah, I don't know. I might armor repair. So that would definitely be more of an armor tank. I prefer the shield tanks if I can. Usually once I get into armor, I want to be headed out. So but yeah, so that's where that is. So let's throw this guy in a medium container. That's where I put all my blueprints. Put this in the ship hangar. And stack. I think we can stack them all. Yep. Yeah, I don't know why I got 22 shuttles. I don't know what. I must have screwed up and meant to buy 2 and accidentally hit 22 or something. I don't even know why I would buy 2, to be perfectly honest. But let's go ahead and research this rig. That was it's always by name. Okay. There it is. Nope, that's not it. That's the nanobot one. Cargo hold optimization. There it is. All right. So that's 11 minutes. So if we do 6 would get 14 hours. Let's do that. That'll get us to about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So that'll get us going. At least get that research down. And then what we can do is we can buy this Iteron here. Let's buy this one. Says it's 23% below the region. I like it. Probably not as cheap. I don't know what's going on here. It's like it's picking up something from this back window, which it shouldn't be. So the window's on top of it. So we got that bought. And it says I have fully trained all the skills. That's cool. Let's just check. Yeah. Which I figured I did. It's one of the low-level haulers. So then we'll go ahead and let's board my Corvette. I always change the name because I don't want to fly around in something that says, hey. I don't know why they have all these ships named starting name with I, so I'm just going to call it Ibis since I can't think of a catchy name for it. But I probably should have checked to see if I already had one, but I don't. I could have taken one of these Imicuses, but I can destroy this one when I pick up the other one, but it's a hauler, so I could always put it in its hull. I guess I should have set my destination to there, so... But as you can see, I've cleaned up everything around Venolin, so it's the next thing there. So let's go.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, we'll get over there. Kulin area Ocio. Yep. I did do some scanning over the weekend, trying to scan down the Kino wormhole just so I could actually get in there and see about pulling that Hulk out, since they supposedly fixed it. And I think if I look here, what happened here? Why is that there? That shouldn't be there. Yeah, so if I say show info, it should say what the fitting is. So they removed everything. Left the cargo slots, left the rig. So that's good. So yes, so that should be good. I think I'll reply to their
Warp drive active.
email. Only took 2 weeks for them to send me their latest reply that said, hey, we fixed it. And so I'm going to reply to that. And what was I going to ask him? I had another question I wanted to ask him. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't know. There was something else I was going to ask him. And for the life of me now, I can't figure out what it was. So. Crap. This is why I write things down. Because I am horrible when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I see I have 5 viewers. So I know I got Wyo. I know I got Gorilla. I know I got HogginHowe. So there's 3. So whatever the 2 of the other are, if you guys want to say hi in the chat, I'd appreciate it. If you don't want to say hi in the chat, I appreciate you watching. I'm good either way. But thanks for being here.
Active.
Hey, Objective, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, throw them out there. Yeah, so I've told the other guys, so this character is actually, was born, if we go out here and look at his birth date, he was born, looks like 4 months, 4 months? Yes, 4 months after Eve went live. So in 2003, in May of 2003, Eve went live, and so yeah, he was born back then. So he's got a bunch of skill points, but I have not played him the whole 21 years. I've probably played maybe 6, 7, 8 years out of the 21. So yeah, so this one coming back was I'm going to try and make a good run of it. I did, I think I played for a week as an alpha. Unfortunately, my account only had tier 2 and tier 3 ships on it. So I couldn't fly anything. I was flying around in my Corvette everywhere trying to get my feet wet. And then I finally did upgrade to Omega so I could do the research agents and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it was...
warp drive active.
It's been pretty good. I think the first 2 weeks back, I lost, 10 ships. Mostly all frigates that I had bought. Actually, I bought, I think, the first 2. And they were super expensive. 600,000. Versus what I could build them for like 10,000. So then I just bought the blueprint and started building them because I have a lot of resources. And so... But yeah, so that's what I try to do is I'm more of an industry guy, so I try to build stuff and then sell it on the market, or I want to build whatever I'm going to use. So unfortunately, the ships have gotten, that's one thing I did notice, is the ships have gotten severely expensive since coming back. So yeah, so my buddy there, here we go. Let's dock with this guy. So we actually bought it from one of the player stations, which is kind of interesting. I always enjoy doing that. Kind of the whole point in Eve is that it's supposed to be a player-controlled market, but the NPCs feed so much stuff that I don't believe it's really completely player-controlled. But it's kind of nice to buy from the players. I like that. So yeah, Objective, if you want to follow, that'll tell you when I stream. But I stream around this time every night, Sunday through Thursday. I take off Friday and Saturday. If I sometimes stream on Saturday during the day or in the evenings, but it's always an unscheduled stream, and I usually try to stream some other game at that time in order to, let's assemble this guy. Another I ship. And in order to just try some other games and get that going. And so, but yeah, and if you follow, that'll actually tell you when I stream. It'll send you an email, let you know, hey, Bondar JR streaming. So if that's what you want, either way, no pressure. Sorry. Let me trash this one. That's the reason I like taking the Corvette. It's because I just trash them. So. I'm going to change the name on this guy. I need another I name, so... yeah, let's call it that. Alright. So now I'm going to go back to Vanillin. But yes, this will be my long-term. Thank you so much, Wyo. This is an excellent one. I appreciate this. And I thought there had to be something, so thank you for that. So yeah, this will be my long-term solution for solving the capital problem. But yeah, so But yeah, so that'll allow me to get those out there and start selling those. So, because I've got a lot of things that are too heavy to carry, so this will help me get that taken care of. So thank you for that, Wyo. Appreciate the help. Yeah, my counter's already working out good because I can see there's a bunch of people on here. So, like I said, appreciate you guys watching. If you want to lurk, feel free to lurk. I love my lurkers. So, if you want to chat, I'll answer any questions you have, Eve related or otherwise. Kind of an open book. I get a lot of comments about the silver hair. It's why I go by Silverwolf. And I'm a little bit older gamer, so gaming is how I relax. I work a regular job, 9 to 5. I guess you'd call it 9 to 5. I'm a computer programmer for a small Midwestern, I guess a medium-sized Midwestern bank. And I've never worked 9 to 5. I work 24/7, 365. So I'm on call all the time. But yeah, so from that perspective, I made a good living. So, but I'm actually planning to retire here towards the end of the year, maybe first quarter next year. I am young to retire. I'm only 56.
Self-drive active.
So the silver hair seems to suggest higher, but I started graying when I was in my 30s. So my father was fully gray in his 40s. So yeah, so my wife is from the Philippines, and so we're going to actually retire and move to the Philippines. We currently live in the Midwest of America, and so yep. So yeah, we're planning to retire and move to the Philippines, take her back to her homeland, and let her enjoy the end of our lives there. Since we just celebrated last week was our 17th wedding anniversary. So she's been here 17 years. She got here 10 days before we got married. She came here on a fiance visa. And we had 90 days to get married, but we did it in 10. I had it all planned out. That was the whole plan. I had gone to the Philippines, met her and her family, did the whole thing. I'm definitely the opposite of what they're looking for on that 90-day fiance show because we had very little drama. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. So, but yeah, that's kind of, so that's one of the reasons I stream was to try and build up something that I could do while I'm retired. So,
drive active.
Thanks, Gorilla. Appreciate it. But yeah, so I wanted to try and build up a base while I was here in the U.S. and then take it with me to the Philippines. So I love the game. No, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's amazing. I was married before, and I have 2 children to my first wife. And I was married to her 13 years, and I remember every single day painfully with my first wife. Every day. I knew we got married because she was pregnant, and by the time my daughter was born 4 months later, I knew I had made a mistake. And so, it was one of those. I went through a divorce as a kid, so I was not going to do that to my kids. So I stuck it out for 13 years until finally she wanted a divorce. And but I remember every day painfully. And when I met
drive active.
I say young lady, but she's actually 2 years older than me. But the young lady I'm married to now, and we got married. The 17 years has flown by. It seems like it was really just yesterday. I remember when I brought her over, all my buddies at work. I've been at the same company now I'll celebrate 24 years the end of this month with my company. So she's been with me the whole time, though I've been with the company the whole time her and I have been together. And so I have the same friends at work. And I remember my buddies at work were kind of like, you sent her a ticket to bring her to America, and she sold that, right? She's going to Hawaii. She's going somewhere else. She's not coming here, And sure enough, when I went to pick her up at the airport, I had given her a calling card. So we're talking almost 20 years ago. So there wasn't cell phones. There wasn't the technology we have now. There were cell phones, but she didn't have an international cell phone or anything like that. So I had given her a calling card to call me from the airports, and she had come through LA. I think she came through Tokyo. And so we had kind of done that kind of situation. And she wasn't able to get the calling cards to work. So by the time she got here I'm in Kansas City. By the time she got here to Kansas City, I had not heard from her like for over 24 hours. It was a 26-hour flight from end to end, from Manila to here. And I hadn't heard from her. And so I was a little worried. And my buddies were kind of screwing with me and saying, yeah, she sold that ticket. She's leaving. And so sure enough, I went to the airport. I had, flowers and chocolate, and I was pretty excited. My fiance's coming in, and people were asking me, what's going on? I said, yeah, my fiance's coming in for the first time. This was all before the whole 90-day fiance show, right? And people started getting off the plane, and she's not there. And people are getting off, and more, and she's not there. And I just started getting more and more dejected. And you could see everybody in the airport started moving away from me, like, oh no, he's going to blow. And she was literally the last person on the airplane. And so she was like, yeah, they put me in the very last seat. And I'm like, this is why I gave you a calling card, so you could let me know this stuff. So I don't, But yeah, by the time she got off the plane, I think I kind of just threw the flowers at her and the chocolate and was like, yeah, welcome to America. But it was kind of funny. So, but yeah, that was 17 years ago. And like I said, it seems like it was really just yesterday. I mean, we've had a really good life. It's not perfect. We had a lot of cultural differences, which was a little difficult to overcome. But it has been fantastic. And yeah, I really lucked out with her. She's a really good woman. So like I said, we're basing our retirement on living in her home country. So that's going to be pretty good, especially with the way things are going here in America. So, but that's politics. I'm not going to get into politics. So I guess there are some things I won't talk about. And if you guys really want to, we probably could. But yeah, that's one of those where you're not going to win with that. So double clicking on him here doesn't work. Okay, well, that's kind of weird. Right. Hello. All right. Yeah, I don't want a micro warp drive. So, hey, Darth, how are you? So, I just telling you guys about the guy that I watch online, Darth Raban. This is the guy I watch online. So, he's actually a real good teacher. So, he's been really good coming back. So, yeah, you're right, Wyo. No one wins with politics. So, but Darth, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. So, mine's a little more laid back than yours. So, I'm not doing those billion dollar data runs. So yeah, if you want to see how to make money, Darth has got a really good one for showing how to make money. So he's got a really good one for that. So yeah, putting those on there got me to 24. So once I get those rigs, I'll go ahead and throw those on there, and that'll definitely get me over to 25. So, but yeah, Darth's one that's talked to me about possibly moving into nullsec NPC space, because that's where he kind of runs out of. And he has a pretty good time of it. Not as much stress. So Darth, I've had a lot of trouble with high sec gankers lately, who come into my stream and lure me into gank situations and then gank me. So that's kind of hasn't been fun, but it's been part of the game. So, but yeah. No problem. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. I've always telling them about you, so it's great now that they got to see you. So, and I really appreciate you stopping by. Feel like I have a celebrity here. So, thanks for following. Appreciate it. So yeah, I feel like I have a celebrity here, since I saw you on Twitch before I started twitching. So, or actually, I think I was already twitching before I started twitching Eve. I saw you twitching Eve. So I was twitching other stuff back then, but But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good time at work. Sorry you got to go to work. So I understand. So all right, so we got that set up. Now let's see about our battleship. So now I'll take you guys as in, but through him, I'll follow. We'll see if I can catch him sometime. Yep. Yeah, he's actually in I think Czech Republic. No, thank you. And so yeah, I think he's in the Czech Republic, so he usually streams during the day. So I work from home 3 days a week, and so I usually have him on in the background while I'm working, and that really works out because I've learned a lot from him. So, but let's see, we were looking. I'm wondering, do you think I could do level 4s with my mirror? All right, I'll look forward to it. Thanks again. Have fun at work. I know that's kind of a horrible thing to say, but you know, sometimes you might be able to. But I'm curious if I could do them with my mirror. I guess I could risk it. So, and then I could always go the Dami. I think the Megathron's going to be the better choice because I could do a shield tank with large turrets. I don't have any large turrets, so I'm going to have to buy everything. But that's okay. The Megathron's more expensive, well, not by much. But now let's look at the other races. So Caldari's going to be missiles. I don't know what Amar is. So Abaddon, that's energy. Yeah, these guys are mostly energy. I don't like the energy stuff. That's what we were talking about the other day. Armageddon's a drone ship, but still energy. So yeah. So and then I'm sure I could probably do it with these like Marauders and those kind of things, but those are way more expensive. I don't want to. I'm trying to see what the cheapest way to do the level 4s are. I might be able to try them with my Megathron or my mirror. Excuse me. Worst would happen is I'd lose it, which I've already lost it once to the Gankers. So what's another one? Maelstrom is projectile. So Minimar's mostly projectiles. Typhoon. I don't know that I've ever had a Typhoon. Let's go to Caldari. So, yeah, the Caldari ones, like I said, I think most are missile ships, but I could. So you got the Rock or the Raven. And that's definitely a heavy missile. Scorpion. Scorpion's actually the cheapest. But there's probably a reason for that. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys have done, and you may not have, if you guys have done any level 4s with Battle Cruiser. I think I've heard that you can. So I guess we could try it, right? What's the worst that would happen? Let's make my mirror active. And let's see what happens, right? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, have you found that worthless bastard yet? Well, that's not a good sign. I don't know who the worthless bastard is. Alright, so HogginHowe, destroy the thief, loot the reports, and bring them back to your agent. So yeah, so this one alone, I'm going to get 2,000 loyalty points for this one mission. And over a million, yeah, what's that? 1,200,000, 1,300,000. So see a guy today running them in an Ishtar, but it was kind of iffy. Yeah, and that's what I wonder what might happen with this. I did the arc, the epic arc for Sisters of Eve, which is what I did last week, which was kind of interesting because I was told that would give me, when I did some missions for Ladai to get to a level 4 agent, research agent. Well, they had me shooting Galente people because I wasn't declining the ones that were against Galente. And which I should have. and they had me shooting Galente people. So that lowered my Galente status. So I did the Sisters of Eve arc because they said, hey, that'll raise your status back up. Well, it only gave me like a 1 point status increase. Now, don't get me wrong. That's a pretty big status increase. But I was kind of expecting it to solve my problem, which it didn't. But I need to go to HogginHowe, right? Yep. So just jump there.
Warp drive.
But yeah, it was kind of interesting because we did those and actually got finished those off, and it was like 51, 52 missions, and got those taken care of. There's one of those NPC haulers that's doing it. Hey, plush puddles, plush puddles. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream. But yeah, so we did the Sisters of Eve arc, and that raised us to 1, which was okay. That's great, but I'm still negative with Galente, which I wanted to get better. And so, but where was I headed with this? I don't remember. So yeah, so that didn't quite work out the way we had planned. So, but I don't know where I was headed with that now. Completely lost my train of thought. So, hey, thanks for following, Plush Puddles. I'm just going to call you Plush, okay? I'm good, man. Hope you're doing well. Gave you a follow. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. But, so now I know where I was headed. Sorry. So while we were doing those, everybody commented that doing them with my mirror was like overkill. It was like, it was like going to a gun battle with a nuclear missile, right? And so I was like, yeah, but I don't have to worry about it. So then I kind of felt bad, so I switched to one of my frigates, because they said, oh, you can do it in a destroyer. And I'm like, well, my frigate skills are pretty high, so let me try the frigate. Well, on several of the missions, I had to run so I didn't get killed and fix my ship and go back and keep going back, which was kind of frustration, but I got through it, But it was one of those where I was like, I usually prefer to do the overkill. So these are battleships, aren't they? No, that's a cruiser. So battleship, that's a battleship. So that's going to be a problem. And that's the only one that's close. So yeah, let's see if we can get him. So F. These guys are all way too far away. So what's my range on this? All right, so that should work. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's keep him at 30. But yeah, we'll give this a try. See if maybe we can. We're going through his shields pretty quick, so that's a good sign. We take out the battleship here. That won't. Rest of them probably won't be a big problem. So plus it's going to take them a while to close. So. And I've got this one set up with an armor tank, so we're almost through his armor, so that's good. And actually, his structure's starting to go down now too. So yeah, that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and target these guys. So that took care of the battleship, so that was kind of good. So these guys, it has a fall off at 42, so I'm gonna wait. Oh, is that another battleship? That's another battleship. All right, so yeah, so that kind of backfired. All right, we'll come back, return to drone bay. Who am I firing at? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna warp to this one. All right.
Warp drive active.
Nope, they're still not back. Oh, they got back. Come on, warp, 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 warp. So I took out the one battleship. Yeah. Hey, Frilner. I've been missing you. I was wondering where you were at. Looks like killing the battleship spawned a second wave. Yeah, which was probably what I should have figured, so. I'm going to fix up my armor and then go ahead and dock so that my shields will be regen, and then we'll go back and we'll just start picking them off a little by little. But yeah, that's the problem with trying to do these missions with the battle cruiser. So I was kind of surprised I took out the battleship so quick. So, but I think few details. I think I've got like 6 hours to do it and still get the reward. Actually, only 2 hours. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, that was fine. We should still be fine.
Docking permission requested.
But this is what I had to do with the sister one. I've been too lazy to get my laptop up and running. Don't have dual monitors anymore, so I've just been gaming away myself. I understand. I really understand. That's why most of the people that I watch while I'm working. So I have it on in the background on my personal PC, and I work on my PC. So let's go ahead and undock. That way it kind of keeps me from, because if I'm gaming, I'm not paying attention, and the noises, I don't know where the noises are coming from. I hear a noise on the stream, and I think I'm getting attacked, and I'm like, and I'm not. And so yeah, so, but no, that's good. I actually was telling these guys I had a couple people come into my stream Thursday night and lure me into another trap, and so that was kind of disappointing, but it all worked out. So. Yeah, it was kind of, it seems to be my standard now, unfortunately. So, like, I'm an easy target. I thought maybe I could use that to my advantage, where I kind of lure them in and have a group waiting for them, you know, but I don't know if that would work, so. Yeah, they've done it twice now. One time they lured me into a mining area where they jumped me. That was a week or so ago. And then Thursday night, they lured me into, they asked me for help. They said, hey, can you show us how you did that site? Because that was, you know, I really want to do those sites, and they seem like they're too much. And so, but yeah, it was kind of, so yeah, they kind of lured me in, and oh, they're actually webifying me. That's not good. So yeah, this might not work out. Yeah, there goes my shields. So yeah, there goes my shields, and now I'm down into my armor. So all right, so yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have to get a better one. So yeah, it was kind of good. Yeah, it actually asked me to approve your message, because yeah, so yes, yeah, and that's what's frustrating, is because it's like, you know, and they didn't, it was weird because they actually, so Thursday night they blew up my mirror, and then Concord blew them up so quick that they didn't even get a chance to loot my ship. So I was able to go back, loot my ship, salvage my ship, and salvage all their ships. So I think I actually made out better in the long run. They didn't pod me, which was good. And so, but yeah, this one looks like it's going to be a challenge for me. I can't even get it targeted before they start picking me off. So what we'll try is maybe we'll try to fly out a little further. Start picking them off from the outside. Yeah. And that's all they wanted, was the kill. So yeah. But I think they also, I found the corp that's doing it to me, they look for people that are going to react poorly. And so I kind of laughed it off, and so they really didn't seem like they got any joy out of that either. They did clip my stream for the death so they could add it to their montage of all the people they killed. But it was one of those where I don't think I didn't react poorly, so they didn't really get a whole lot of benefit out of it. But yeah, it was kind of funny because that's the second time it's happened. So yeah, and so. but yeah, it was interesting because it was kind of like it was happened, so I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen again. And yeah, sure enough, I let it happen again. So yeah, it was kind of like. But we'll see if maybe I can warp out here a little further out and see if I can pick off some of the end ones and kind of wean them down. Because, yeah, killing that battleship was probably the wrong one to target. Because now it spawned a whole mess of them. The other possibility is I need the reports. And I wonder if the reports were on that battleship. So I could possibly just go pick up that battleship and loot the battleship, get the reports, and bring those back and complete the mission. And then go buy a battleship. Because it does definitely look like I'm going to need a battleship for these. But I feel like if you want to do missions, you should have an afterburner. Yeah, and I do. I have a micro warp drive. So yeah, we got some of these guys out here. So these ones are pretty far out. So they probably can't target me. So let's keep these guys at 30. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to. They hit hard with them, and they hit none with AB. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, the afterburning really didn't work well on this battle cruiser. It was just too slow, and so that's why I didn't use it that much. But actually, let me launch these guys. See if we can pick off a couple of them. I'm going to say keep at 30. So that. There we go. Now we're doing some damage. So yeah, so maybe we pick off a couple of these ones and we'll just kind of wean through them. Keep flying back. If I have to abandon my drones, I can pick them up later, you know. But we'll work it out. They're definitely closing. And I think with the armor tank, I could probably keep them going for a while, but keep it 30. Add this guy to the list. And this guy, whoops. All right. Oh, no, we're good. Switching them back and forth. So yeah, they're starting to close. And we'll just keep picking them off. Actually, yeah, so this one's not going to do much good at that range, so let's get some of these. See if we can pick these off. We'll let the drones take out the close ones. Oh, there goes my shields. All right. Actually, let me load the antimatter. So I think that shortens it. To tell you the truth, I don't know what I would do a level 4 mission. A golem, I guess. Yeah. The golem's a little more expensive than I can afford, so. Oh, I don't have those loaded, so yeah. So I'm going to kill my cap here in a second, so. Let's stop that. So after this one, we'll kind of pull these guys in. and see what we can do, and then we can warp to 100 again. So let's go ahead. Oh, I already lost too many. I didn't even realize I was losing my drones. All right.
Warp drive active.
They're already recalled. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. All right, so we'll hang out outside the station here, and I knew it was going to be risky doing it with this battle cruiser, but if we can wear them down a little bit at a time, that works for me. So these armor repairs, man, they work nice, but I forgot my cap rechargers, so there's the other one. I need to pick those up. So actually, I don't have them here. They're in Ventolin, so let's actually jump to Ventolin and get those.
Warp drive active.
Or cap boosters. But that worked out a lot better. I took out 4 or 5, and so if I do that each time, we'll wear them back down to the other battleship. Range on this antimatter is a lot closer, so I can actually start picking them off. So, but that's the other thing. I'm going to start out further, so I should switch to the tungsten. Start with it, and then switch to the antimatter when they get close. So, all right. So let's dock and pick those up, because I can't believe I forgot those. But
warp drive active.
And this will recharge my cap, recharge my shields, and I'll pick up the cap boosters since I forgot those. Didn't realize that till I got out there and was like, oh, I don't have any cap boosters, which would really hurt my armor tank. So they went through my shield pretty quick once they got within range. So it was nice keeping them out of range. But yeah, I think we can complete this one. But I think for the next level 4, I'll definitely buy a battleship.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And actually, I do have a battleship, one of the free ones that they gave. Item hanger. I want my cap boosters. That's the only. I only have 3 cap boosters. That can't be right. Where do all my cap boosters go? Where the heck? Oh, I bet you they got blown up. I hate when that happens. Let's build some blueprints. All right. Two hours. Yeah, that should be fine. Won't get to use them tonight, but that's all right. I'll just buy some. All right. So let's see. Golem, if you can just do a Marauder, you just need a 2T fit, I guess. Yeah. Let's do boosters. So yeah, so I don't right, I don't want the blueprints. I actually buy them. I want ammo. There we go. So 100, too far away. I don't want to fly that far. I suppose we could. That's 37. This is why I build them myself. So, thanks, Bronzebeard. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Or actually, thanks for the raid. I don't know why I said follow. Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. And the follow. Thank you for that. So, appreciate it. And all of you coming over from Bronzebeard, welcome. Feel free to comment in the chat. So, yeah, appreciate the raid, Bronzebeard. Doing great. Especially now. Thanks for the extra people. I always enjoy having some extra people. So, I was trying to do a level 4 mission, and I'm doing it with a battle cruiser. So, a level 4 security mission. And it's not working out the best. So, trying to make some changes. But we are good. So, I'm going to go finish it. Hey, Poda G girl. Poda G girl. Sorry for the pronunciation, but yeah. It was working, but it wasn't working quite the way I was hoping to make it work, so.
Warp drive active.
I'm going to go pick up some boosters. Cat booster 400, so yeah, those are. And then I'll put the 100s in the other one. But yeah, so yeah, we're working on that. And then, actually, I don't have anything in HogginHowe, so I say. Yeah, it won't let me add the waypoint. All right, so. Okay. It's like I thought I always had it already set, so. But yeah, hey, Poda G girl, how you doing? Right on. I was just doing transport missions, all nice and relaxing. Yep, I understand. That's all good. So thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Always a help. So.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, the transport missions are always good. Try and raise status. So I've had to do that a lot over the years. So the security ones are where you make the money. So I had ground my character. Catch you up. My character is actually 21 years old. It was joined Eve 3 or 4 months after Eve went live in 2003. And I have not played for the whole 21 years. I probably only played 7 or 8 years out of those 21. So yeah. So I have a lot of skills, but not caught up on any of the latest stuff. Having to relearn all the ships. When I came back, my corp had been looted. So the only thing I had left were the Tier 2, T2, and Tier 3 ships that I had in my personal possessions. So. And then a bunch of impounded stuff that I've been trying to get back from the corp. So yeah, so it's been kind of interesting. So, but I've been trying to get my feet under me and get going. So I was doing some other missions. I do a lot of industry. So I do a lot of building, a lot of selling, and so trying to get that all built back up. And I enjoy doing the missions, especially the security missions, because then I can. Talk about a welcome back party. Exactly. So, yeah. So, hey, Night Darth, thanks for being on. I appreciate it. I'll check you out later this week. So, Darth is another streamer that I watch. He usually does during the day, my time. And so yeah, it was great to have him join us. So, but yeah, so, yeah, it's coming back and trying to get back into things and figure out what all assets I have. I have 3 characters on this account, and I have another account that I have 1 character on. And they're all pretty much the same age. So, but this is definitely my main. This is one's got the most skills. I do a lot of research, and research data core mining, or data core kind of getting the data cores from the research agents. And so I use that to make the T2 items or invent the T2 items, and then build those, sell them on the market. So yeah, it's all a little bit of everything. I try to do a little bit of everything, but the missions, the main reason that's what I was saying. The main reason I do the missions, and especially the security missions, is I have a salvage ship that I then salvage, and and I use that salvage to build rigs and stuff like that. So, hey, thanks for the follow, drachenhort. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I try to do a little bit of everything. So that's kind of what I try to key on my stream. All right, let's dock and pick up these boosters.
Active.
So I got out there using my armor tank, and I didn't have any cap boosters, so my cap was almost gone. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work. But we actually did. We picked off 4 or 5. So we flew out to the mission, killed the battleship, which was great with my battle cruiser. Well, then that spawned a whole bunch more ships, and then they kind of overwhelmed me. So I warped out and came up with a new plan. Warped far out, about 100 out, and let them come to me and picked them off as they got to me. But I was going to use my armor tank, stay a little longer. But without the boosters, my armor tank doesn't work the best. So, and my stream is one of those where if you have any suggestions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'd love to have them. Like I said, I'm back and I'm doing things the way I remember doing them now that I'm figuring some of that out. That may or may not be the best way. So. And I always buy 100, and I can never carry 100. Actually, let me go ahead and see if I can load these. On my fitting, maybe I can shove them into it, and then that way. Yep, almost. But yeah, so. All right. So let's head back to HogginHowe. So I just started doing salvaging. I enjoy it. I like to mine, and I'm starting to get into blueprints. Yep. Yeah, I enjoy the crafting. That was kind of one of the things that lured me to it in the first place. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, it's got something for everybody pretty much. So I'm going to set destination to this, and we'll stop in HogginHowe. There it is. I don't like with the new one, this used to pop up in the old days. This used to pop up right away. And so they didn't have the mission stuff, so the mission stuff is nice, but it takes forever for it to really come up, so which is kind of frustrating.
Warp drive active.
I'm one of those. As soon as I leave the station, I want to be headed to a gate, and so I don't want to hang around and wait. So, which is kind of funny. But yeah, now that I got my cap boosters, that at least allow me to stay out there a little longer. So, but yeah, we'll pick these guys off and see what we can do, and then we'll come back out and salvage. Salvage is almost always worth it. I salvage with a catalyst, which is kind of controversial because the gankers use the catalyst. So when people see me flying around in the catalyst, they think I'm a ganker, and I'm not. I'm not a PvP guy at all. I was telling the guys before you joined that I've actually got ganked a couple times here in high sec by people joining my stream and luring me into traps, and so yeah. So that's what I wondered, Frilner. If those was that one of those fleet up ones? Because that's what I was thinking about trying those to see. So was it just regular regular ores, or was it some of the higher level stuff? Because that's the other thing is I have a ton of tritanium. So I joined a corp. I'm still not trusting I've joined. Okay, so that's what I wondered. So yeah, I was thinking I was gonna probably buy a venture and join one of those fleet ups just to see what it's like, but hard to say. Because once again, it's a mechanism inside Eve, so it can still be used by the gankers. So, but yeah, because that's the thing. I have a ton of the high level ores or minerals. It's the low level stuff that I'm always looking for, and I usually just buy it off the market. But it'd be a lot easier if I could mine it myself. So, yep, definitely. Cool. Excellent. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. So I have this corp, and this corp's been around for 21 years, and so I have some items in it that are stuck in impound in trig space. And that's what I'm trying to work towards, to try and get those back. But Dragon Court, Little Overlord should all be in high sec. Yeah, there are some, but most of the places they are camped by the gankers. And so, like Udema and several others. And so, and that's what happened. They lured, a couple weeks ago, they lured me into Udema because I didn't know any better. And lured me into Udema. And I and said, hey, you can get Kernite in Udema. Come there. And I went with a venture, so I wasn't super trusting. But I didn't even get to the belt before they destroyed me. I couldn't even tell if there was any Kernite there or not. As soon as I got to the belt, they blew me up and potted me. And so, and then laughed about it, you know. But fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again, I guess. Because then Thursday, they lured me into another one. A guy got on and said, hey, I need help. Can you do that pirate one again and show me how that works? Because I really need to see it. And so I was like, sure, you know. So these guys are all way off. Let's say save location. Just so I have it for my salvage. So it looks like 3 battleships. Well, let's see who closes first. Well, I lost a lot of drones. I don't know how I lost my drone. But yeah, that was just... And that's kind of what it is once I learn, you know... Everybody I say on the stream, I say, yeah, I got ganked in Udema. They're like, really? You went to Udema? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know any better, so. Launch. Okay, well, I should have it. Oh, I got the ogres out, that's why. Alright, so yeah, these guys are way off. So actually, let's pull these guys back in. It's going to take them too long to get here. And let's warp to 0.
Warp drive.
I just keep to 06 or higher. Well, Udema's a 06. Actually, Udema's a 05. Sorry. But yeah. So where I got ganked Thursday night was in Venelin, which is a 06. So... yeah. Yeah, Udema. I went through Udema tonight when I was running some stuff at the beginning of the stream, and it was calm. There wasn't any gate camps, but 9 times out of 10, I actually use, there's a website where you can look up the gate camps. I watch that, and I don't go anywhere that, you know, that shows that there's gate camps, so, which has kind of helped me. Let's dock here.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Let me fix my drones, because I think I got one that's wounded here. No, but I guess I lost a wounded one, so maybe not. No repair. Okay, yep. Alright, undock. But yeah, so where they lured me in, so I was doing pirate sites. Guerrilla sites on Thursday night, just to show how you could do that and make some money. And they said, hey, hold on, can you show me how you did that again? All those flashing lights, you know, I'm a new character, blah blah blah. And they said, you know, wait, I'm creating a new character, can you just wait? And so, and I undocked, and I actually saw them in local, and I didn't see them in local. They were in local. I didn't notice them because I was too busy talking. And so I warped to the, yeah, exactly. So that's awesome. Great to help others. But so, yeah, so once I warped to the site, then I saw in local the same people that had killed me like a week before. And I went, that's kind of suspicious. Well, as soon as I got to the site, they shot me. Now, you know, in their defense, or in my defense, they were not able to loot my stuff because they were, they got blown up by Concord right away, and so they really didn't have any chance there. But man, they are tearing through my shields. So yeah, so Let's go ahead and target that one. Yep. So we'll see, because this may not. Nope, they're going through my armor. Quick. Yeah, so let's return. And let's get out of here.
Warp drive
let's go.
active.
All right. So yeah, so that didn't work out. So we'll go back to the 100 and let them come to us. But yeah, that's good that it helped somebody else out. So, but yeah, Venolin is it's either a 6 or a 7, and so yeah, they destroyed me there. But yeah, Concord arrived so quickly, so they blew me up. They blew up my ship. They didn't get a chance to pod me. Concord was there seconds later and blew them up. I was able to get my loot. I was able to salvage my ship and salvage all their ships. So, you know, it wasn't a truly horrible experience, you know, but it was kind of one of those where it was at least worked out that way.
Permission requested.
I'm at 0. Why is it taking...
Docking request accepted.
Just want to recharge my shield and my cap, so... Alright, so we'll keep struggling through this one. I knew the mirror was going to be a little bit of a stretch for the level 4s. I thought I'd give it a try. That's the other problem, is I've been doing missions for this agent years and years and years ago, so this is probably not what you would consider a first mission with him, so that probably isn't helping either.
Warp drive active.
This is probably one of his higher level missions, so... because I've had this agent for a while. But yeah, either way, it's all good. But appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully I can at least keep it entertaining. Hopefully I don't die, but that does, it's been known to happen. I don't mind the deaths. I do mind the ganking, but I don't mind the deaths. But like I said, the other one, it actually seemed to work out pretty good, because I got ganked, but all I lost was my ship. I didn't lose anything else, so that was kind of nice. Oh, actually, I didn't pick up my drones. Yeah, they're there. So I left without them. All right, so... Man, they are tearing me up. Yeah, they are tearing me up. All right, come on, let's kill one. All right. All right, let's return. Yeah, let's get out of here. All right, let's go.
Warp drive active.
Go, 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 go. All right, didn't get to my structure, thank goodness.
Our module has run out of charges.
Yep, they always do. But I got some drones back there I need to pick up, so... I should have marked them so I could have flew right to them, but... Why is it saying bestower? It keeps coming up with this bestower. It's like it thinks that window's there. So the shield's done. There we go. Let's dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So that was at 70. So I think I'll go back to 100. Force them to come to me. Looks like just my drones. So, yep. All right. Quick and easy. Oh, that was Darth when he left. So yeah, you can kind of get through these missions in just about anything. Probably wouldn't be able to do it. I shouldn't say that because you wouldn't be able to do it in like a frigate ship. But you just have to kind of be careful.
Warp drive active.
Warp back to the ship a lot. So I really need to say save location. So that way I can save it and I can get to it quicker. Because once all those targets are out there, it makes it very hard to try and find the station. So, and doing it through this menu is slow. So at least with locations I can throw. I don't know what this one is, so I'm going to get rid of it. All right, let's see what we got. All right. Alright. Let's say keep it 30. So yeah, so I don't have any drones out here. I thought I had drones out here, so all I got's these last 5. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, still going the wrong way. Come on, take him out. Take him out. There we go. Return. Alright.
Warp drive active.
So the aligning to helps. You can align to the station so that way you're already pointed at it so you're able to warp quicker. For those of you who don't know that, you guys may all know that. Let's do the antimatter. Because that'll probably do better damage to those close ones. I'm
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
definitely out of my drones. So it looks like the ones I left, they destroyed. Because they're not even showing up there anymore. So, repair. I don't think I need to repair anything. Nope. Good. Good to check. Once we get rid of some of these, we'll be able to probably stay a little longer. The more ships we get rid of, the less damage we take, the longer we can stay. So we'll just keep going back and forth. Unfortunately, my mission only had a 2-hour bonus. I still got an hour and a half, so we should be fine. So probably before the stream is done, I'll be good. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be done the stream here in probably another half an hour, 45 minutes. So, but yeah, so for those of you, I was saying earlier, so I usually stream at this time each night, Sunday through Thursday. I take off Friday and Saturday. And launch. All right. Come on. My goodness, they're going through my stuff quick. Ah, there's a battleship showed up. He's close, that's why. Yeah, both the battleships showed up. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, they're all back.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, so those battleships showed up there. So now what I'll do is I'll fly to 0 since they're already there, and then they'll be farther away. I can pick off the other side. So actually, let's switch to the tungsten. Cap's about out, but everything's charged, so we're good. And my drones aren't taking any damage, so that's good. But yeah, so just kind of ticking away at it.
Docking request accepted.
Those battleships closed really quick, so as long as I can keep them at a distance, that's not too much of a problem. But once they close, then I got to be ready to focus on them completely. So, all right. So let's go to 0. Since they're all they all flew out to 100 now, we'll go to 0. That should put them 100 away from me. Should. Key phrase, should. So once again, thanks everybody for here watching. Appreciate it. Hopefully, at least it's keeping you entertained, if nothing else. Close this one. All right, what do we got? All right, so 60, 70. Yeah, so they're a ways away. So we'll wait for them to close. Crack me up. They're targeting me from way out there, even though they can't hit me. So I do have the tungsten in there, so that's good. But so we'll let them close. $54. That one should work. 46 is my fall off, so 42 is my fall off, so. Keep it 30. So pick off the smaller ones, and I can focus on the bigger ones. Actually, my drones are taking some damage. So somebody's targeting the drones. Oh man, this one's there too. Yeah, so they're targeting my drones, which is not nice. Keep it 30. Let's try to keep them at my optimal range, which is 30. So And now they're starting to shoot at me, so they're closing, but we should be able to get rid of these guys before they close, so hopefully. Actually, I'm almost out of drones again. Well, that's crazy. I have to go get some more drones. Which was not something I was planning on. So I'm going to stop this and reload it with the antimatter because these are getting close. So. And the antimatter will do much better damage. So there we go. Get these guys taken care of so we can take these couple out. Slow them down with the web of fire. That'll help the drones be able to tie them up. Actually, the drones are getting damaged. Optimal range is 11. So we got. So let's say keep it 10. So there's 3/4 cap. Oh, his shields are regenerating. Why are his shields regenerating? Huh. Well, that sucks. Let's bring them both back. Alright.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it won't let me bookmark it now that I'm warped away. So let's see if we can find some more drones. Oh, look at that, HogginHowe.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Don't want to buy them since I can build them, but I don't have time to build them. Like I said, we knew this was going to be risky, so... Oh, there they are right there. Excellent. All right. So let's fix. We'll fix the drones that we have in there. 158,000. Why is it damaged? Was my armor damaged? Let's just repair this. Maybe I docked too quick. Yes, my armor's damaged, so that's why. Alright. So let's go and let's warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
See if we can pick these guys off. That's where we were last time, so we'll see if they're there. So and yeah, once I finish this mission, I will probably close out the stream. I'm a little getting close to being over my time. Got to get some sleep. I got to work in the morning, so. But once again, as I was saying, I stream Sunday night, which is tonight, through Thursday night. And so usually I normally start at 10, but I've been starting lately at I've been starting lately at 9:30 or so. So, and actually we probably should have kept those guys in here. Let's return to drone bay, because this is not going to work. up to 0.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, so now we'll work back out to 100 because they're all at the 0. So the battleships are there, as we mentioned. Once the battleships are there, not a whole lot we can do. We'll switch these back to tungsten so that I can target them far away while they come closer. Pick off a couple more. We'll get down to just the battleships, and then we should be able to pick them off. We really didn't have a whole lot of trouble with that battleship.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Also recharge my cap and my shield. So anytime you dock, automatically recharges your cap and your shield. Yeah, so that was my armor's super expensive to repair. So armor repairs are paying for themselves. So So we're going to warp out to 100 now.
Warp drive active.
That'll let the faster ships close, and then we'll be able to take them out, which should only leave the battleships, and then we'll just start picking them off. Once we get down to just a couple of those, we should be able to tank those and take them out. So, all right, Frilner, sorry. Appreciate you being here. Thanks. I guarantee I'll get through it. It's just a matter of time. So, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I was wondering. I was worried about you. So, it's glad to see you're okay. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow. Get a good sleep. Launch. There's half a dozen of them. So I gotta wait for them to close within 70 before I can target them. So I think 69 is my longest target. So we'll let them come to us. Especially since it takes a while for this thing to target, so. I've got the tungsten in there, so that gets me, I can start shooting at 42, so. I don't know why this isn't sorting them by distance. There we go. Alright, so 61, 49, there we go. Let's keep it 30. See if we can take them out. Hammerhead, looks like some of them are taking damage. So let's return to drone bay. He's dead. Alright, 41. Pick off these guys. 55, 54. As long as we keep those battleships at a nice range, we should be good. Alright, battleships are closing. So, return to drone bay. These hammerheads are getting killed. So. Alright. So let's say keep it 30. Alright. Not sure what that was. Something blew up. There we go. 35. Alright, so we're doing pretty good. Battleships are closing, so keep them at bay for a little bit. Just to keep it 30. Shields are holding. Battleships haven't got close enough. See if we can pick off a couple more. Now the battleships are closing. We could take out one of these. That would be awesome. I don't think we can. Come on. Oh, I don't have any drones out. So both my drones got killed? They were targeting the drones.
A module has run out of charges.
Yeah, they were targeting the drones, so that's why. So, alright. But this is too far for that one. Alright, looks like we're only down to 5, 2, 4, 6. 6. Oh, tank's holding. Ooh. Though my cap is dying quick. If we can get rid of these two, and we'll call it. Yeah, keep it range 30. Let's see if we can do that. Nope, cap's gonna die. Alright, let's return to drone bay. That's aligned. Alright. And let's dock. What's this?
Warp drive active.
Why it keeps doing that? Alright, so we only got a couple left. All my ogres are gone. The ogres were actually doing better, so. Yeah, the hundreds don't really keep up, which is kind of sad.
Docking permission requested.
Okay. Why are you not reloading?
Docking request accepted.
So 9, but they're all hammerheads, so the hammerheads aren't really doing much. Let's see, there might be some ogres here. Ogres are more expensive. I really don't want to buy ogres. Ogres. No. 100,000 each. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Alright, so we'll just deal with the hammerheads. Repair. Just a hammerhead. Alright. And I can't remember if that one was 100 or if that one was 0. So we'll try 0 and see. So up to 0.
Warp drive active.
Reload tungsten. I think it was 100, so that means they were all the way out there. So we'll warp to 0, let them come to us, and pick the rest of them off. I think we still have time. Yeah, we still got over an hour, so. There's only 4 more left. I guess the big problem is figuring out where the reports are. Flyby. Major flyby. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Keep multiplying. Keep these guys in until they get here. Let them target me so they don't target the drones. That way the drones can do their damage. I can tank. So we'll see if we can pick off a few of these. So keep at 30. Now they're targeting me, so let's launch the drones. That was too far out. 52 is too far out too. Eight's closing, so hopefully we can take him next, since he's already pretty well wounded. He was almost dead. Oh. 46 is the next one. This guy's at 50, so let's say. So shields are healing up, so we don't want that. Keep it 30. Taking some damage. This one's also almost dead too. My goodness. We get through his shields. He's almost gone. That's one of the battleships. Keep it 30. So actually, I think that's it for the battleships. Nope, that's a battleship too. Never mind. All right, get through them, get through them, get through them. Keep it 30. All right. Take him out. Good. Who's next? This guy. Actually, it's too short. We're not taking any damage. Let's stop this and reload the antimatter. Oop. Actually, I probably only need one. Let's see. Come on, come on. There's the battleship. So he's gone. That's good. target him. So I think that's it. Is this a battleship too? Yep, that's a battleship. So if we take out this last battleship, then we should be good. So the rest of them should be a piece of cake. So.
A module has run out of charges.
That's fine. Alright, last battleship's dead. Almost dead. There he goes. That's it for the battleships. Alright.
A module has run out of charges.
Take these guys out. They should be easy to pick off. Let our cap respawn. Right. Now the only problem is I don't see a container. So that means one of these guys has the reports. Wreck of Shadow. Wonder if that's him. Let's go ahead and do this. Fix up the last of our armor there. Boom. You guys come back. Turn to drone bay. And no. Oh, I got the reports. So I got them by killing them. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so let's go. Agent mission. Stop the thief. Nope, we want to go to... Well, we want to go back here. Benevolent. Jump. Alright.
Drive active.
So we'll go back and complete the mission, and we'll come out here and salvage the stuff. So, and then we'll call it a night, since that'll probably put us later than I had planned. So, yeah, I got through it, but yeah, it definitely wasn't a battle cruiser type of situation. So, but that's all right. Live and learn. I need to buy a battleship, so I'll just go ahead and grunt and pay for it and get it done. A win is a win. You're right. You're right. I didn't get killed, so that's good. Couple close calls there, but not really that close. Kind of played it, so.
Warp drive active.
I keep getting all these mastery ones, so, which is funny because I've been around forever. I guess the mastery one is something they just did. Would have been easier with the Dominics if you run drones. Yep, and that's the one I've been thinking about buying because I am a drone guy. I need to build more so that I have them. So that's what I'll probably put in the oven before I take off is I'll put in a bunch of drones so that I have them. But... because, yeah, I kind of went through the drones on that one. I don't usually go through the drones that quickly, so. But, yeah, all the battleships are, I mean, they're expensive, 300 million. So, which I got the money. I just, you know, it's one of those where.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So yeah, not trying to be cheap, but item hanger, talk, and view mission complete. All right. Now what I'll do is I'll switch to my cleanup guy. Make sure he's empty. I run mine on sentry drones. They waste enemies like no tomorrow. Really? I'll have to try that. Huh. I'll have to try that. I've never tried that. I wonder, sentry, I don't remember sentry drones, so maybe that's a new one they've added too. I probably need to get a skill for sentry drones. I have a ton of skills, but one thing I've noticed since I came back is there's an awful lot of new skills. So
Warp drive active.
sentry drones, I'll have to check that out because they're not ones that I'm building. So yeah, so maybe I'll get a blueprint for them and build them. That'll be a lot. I try to build whatever, and that was what I wanted to do. I was going to throw them in the oven. I'll throw them in before I go to bed. It won't take long to build a bunch, but so that one cleared me over a mil. Actually, about 2.5 mil counting the bounty prizes, so that's pretty good. So okay, gotcha. So they're really for when it kind of close in with you, so. Or do they actually shoot longer? I'll have to check that out. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
So this is a ship that I use. Unfortunately, I've discovered since I came back, the gankers use this catalyst as well. This is a ship of choice for the gankers. So every time I fly into a system with a catalyst, people start running. But this is the one I've always used for my salvage ship. Because I can fit 6 salvagers on it and 2 tractor beams. And I can just salvage pretty quickly. So, which ends up making me almost as much money as the mission. So I don't usually sell the items. But I do use the salvage for stuff that I build, so. Warden shoot up the heart. Oh, really? Wow. Use guard for closer enemies. Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds great. I'll definitely check out those ones. I had never heard of those. So yes. So that'll be fantastic. Yeah, I love drones. I love drones. Drones haven't become that popular because they're not a PvP thing, and it seems Eve's really gone the way of PvP. This one might be just a little too far. Yep. That one's not too far. Alright, so let's approach this guy. And as you see, cleared my stuff all pretty quick, so. Yeah, so the Warden, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'll have to try those. Plus it gives me something else I can buy a blueprint for and build. I love building stuff, so. Try to build anything that I'm going to use for myself. Man, these guys had a lot of loot, which is nice. Nothing. That's probably the one I already looted. Yep, it was. Same for me, how I got in industry. Yep. Yeah, it just seemed to make sense. I mean, it's so much cheaper to build. Sometimes it takes a little more running around, but... And then once you also get the... You know, you start researching the blueprints, you can actually build them, get them for pretty cheap, so... And then it comes in handy where you build them cheap and sell them high. That makes it even better, so... There's a Praetor. Alright, let's turn on my micro warp drive here. Well, pick these guys up. Only problem with the micro warp drive is it makes me go too fast. So I end up doing flybys. Alright. But yeah, I love this thing. It salvages so quickly. And I don't even have any rigs on here yet. I don't think I have any rigs on here. I have to check that. I might have a couple rigs. I don't think so, though. I think I started building the rigs so that I could put them on here, and I haven't built them yet. Oop. I think the cormorant, I think it'll do the same. Because I noticed, I think it's got the same number of slots, so I may switch to the cormorant. I don't know. I already have a blueprint for these, so I'll probably just keep, or I may just sell them and sell them to the gankers, since the gankers are buying them, so that way I make money off of them. Maybe get some of my money back. Wouldn't that be awesome? Got some drones out of these guys. That's even better. Cormorant is good for salvage. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it looks like it's got about the same number of slots as this catalyst, so that's why I was thinking it would probably work well too. And then I wouldn't be accused of being a ganker, since I'm flying around in a catalyst. Not that the accusation bothers me that much, but maybe the gankers won't attack me if I'm in a catalyst. Probably not. Probably still would. They know their own. Yeah, they know their own. Oh, wrong one. What happened there? It was definitely close enough, but that's all right. All right. So I got them all targeted. So took care of those pretty quick. And not a whole lot of salvage, but a couple drones though. That's nice. 4 million just in the loot alone so far. Not paying attention here. But yeah, 4 million in the loot alone so far, so that's pretty good. Plus, was it 3 million we said in the thing? So that's 7 million. So that's not bad, all things considered. Wrong one. Another rocket launcher. For a guy who doesn't do rockets, I got an awful lot of rocket launchers. But yeah, we'll finish this up. And then I'll probably close out the stream. Appreciate you guys watching. See if I can find somebody to raid. Pay back the favor. So. There's a hobgoblin. Other hobgoblin. Hey, you too, Bronzebeard. Thanks again for the raid. I really appreciate it. That was awesome. I'll follow you. If I ever see you on when I'm finishing up, I'll throw you some as pay you back. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. So yeah, let me salvage this last one here and fly by. That's the only thing I don't like about the micro warp drive. There's a flyby and then. All right, so while that's doing that, I'll be here lurking. All right, I appreciate it. I'm gonna see who else is out there. See who I can raid. See if there's anybody I know. Chaos 1298. That's who I raided the other day. Yeah, I think we'll do Chaos. So yeah, so we'll see if we'll try and raid Chaos. So, all right, let me go back to Vendolin.
Warp drive active.
So 5 million we got from the loot and the salvage. 3 million from the mission. So I don't think I paid. I didn't pay. I don't even think I paid 100,000 in repairs, but because I was repairing my stone stuff. But yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So definitely not the most profitable, but that's all right. We can live it. So I'm going to go ahead and get docked here. And we will call it a night. So once again, I appreciate you guys being here.
Active.
Thanks for watching. I will be streaming again tomorrow night. Probably start sometime between 9 and 9:30 Central Time. I'm going to switch my schedule to show that I'm starting earlier. So, but once again, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks again, Bronze, for the raid. I'm going to go ahead and raid Chaos 1298, as I raided him a couple days ago. Actually, I don't see him now. Where's he at? Maybe he already logged off.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There he is. So. And so we'll get him rated. And like I said, I appreciate you guys being here. And we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. So.